Good morning. We start in the chair today. We are going to play with leg extension. So our first exercise here is to simply kick out a leg and squeeze the thigh. Okay, so wake up your quads. And see if you can feel the inside of the knee contract. So you straighten and you flex. And you straighten and flex each leg. And you just take this moment to make that mind-muscle connection. Okay, as you kick out your leg, can you drive through your heel and maybe even feel that as a stretch in the hamstrings? So toes up, heels drive, and then notice how am I sitting? Can I sit taller? Can my shoulder blades pull down more? Okay, do I have my head forward? Can I tuck in the chin? Just noticing that. Okay, let's start coming in and out of the chair. So we'll load the heels, we'll come up, we'll squeeze the thighs, we'll come down. Taking your feet nice and wide, exaggerating the push through. So this is where our tight hip flexors might limit us. When you come out of a squat, sometimes we don't fully straighten out. And so let's exaggerate a little push through at the hips, see if it feels tight in the hip flexors, and really tighten into the glutes, and keep squeezing the thighs. Lots going on here. Okay, so I'm going to make sure we are well warmed up before we attempt anything on one leg. Keep doing just a few more of these. And then we're going to do a quick stretch. Okay. Take hold of one shin. See if you can pull this thigh into the belly. Great stretch here. And then cross this foot over the knee. And a little push down to see if you can feel a hip stretch. And now add toe pressing on the bottom leg. Okay? And as you're toe pressing, you really squeeze into that calf. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, pull the other leg in. Get a stretch here. Let's flex the ankle, cross it over the knee. A little pressure into the knee here. Find the hip stretch. Up and down on the toe, slowly, and as the heel comes up for 3, you mind-muscle connect to the calf. 5, good. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, nice. Let's lean in here, bring your arms out in front, and give me a one-arm back fly. So we'll just repeat the same arm. And you're kind of listening to your shoulder here and trying to figure out where is it best for me to fly my arm out to the side. Because when we move to our weighted flies today, I want you to know ahead of time what feels best in your body. So if I bring my arm up too high, I can't fully open. Right out to the side feels fine for me. Sometimes people have limited range of motion and you'll see them keep the arm lower and more bent at the elbow. And that's fine too. But stick your chest out a little bit as you're doing this and feel the shoulder blades slide across your back towards your spine. Okay, let's try a few warm-ups on the other side. And your shoulder might be clicky and crunchy. And you're just playing with where is the best place for me to send my arm. Is it better if I bend my elbow? Can I feel the shoulder blade move and pull down, right? Retract and depress. And we get a good strong squeeze in the back and under the blade. And now let's go 2 at the same time. Awesome. Now when you're here, can you really push out that chest? Can you really stick the chest out? And do you have a crack on your back? Could you hold a pencil right here? All right, everybody looks like they're flying well. Let's hold the arms out to the side now and let's just pulse for 10. So you just kind of go 1, 2, 3, and it should be a strong squeeze in your back. 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. All right, back to coming up and down. A few more times. We're almost at 5 minutes. 5-minute warm up. We might actually be there right now. Here's where I want anyone that wants to play with one leg variation to try this out, to see if it works for them. And if you already know it's not gonna work, don't do it. Stay 2 feet on the ground, okay? If you're gonna try one leg, maybe try from the seat, or maybe try coming down to the seat. So both legs on my way up, but I'm gonna try lowering down on one leg, and you're alternating. Let's alternate. Okay, so lock your gaze for balance. The other thing you can do if you're not quite at the one leg variation is you could go a little bit of support on one foot, a little bit of support on the other foot. So you can kind of play with that 80-20 rule. You go, all right, I'm gonna make one leg do most of the work and then the other leg's gonna be a helper. But keep alternating. I want you to just keep practicing your ability to switch from side to side here. All right, so when we get to this movement weighted, you're gonna decide. One leg alternating or stick to 2 legs. All right, good job everybody. Come on up out of the chair. Interlace hands, push hands, reach arms up, over the head, open the ribs, lean from side to side. You got it. Now, if you want, you're gonna weight this exercise up. You might not want your chair squats weighted. If you do, hold one dumbbell, cap it at either end, and keep it nice and close to your chest. We're gonna start with 12 chair squats. You're gonna either do one leg alternating or keep 2 feet on the floor. It's up to you. I'm gonna do 6 of mine with 2 feet, and then I'm gonna go 6 alternating one leg. Everybody choose, let's go. 1, 2, good, push the hips forward at the top. 3, squeeze the glutes. 4, 5, 6, okay, I'm switching to my one leg variation. 1, 2, 3, 4, good, everyone's doing their own thing here, I love it. 5, 6, okay, come out of the chair, step away from the chair a little bit. We're gonna tap the chair with the butt, but not really put any weight onto it. So little chair taps. Stick your hips back, feel the chair, lightly tap it, come up. 1, tap, 2, tap, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, good, we're hitting 12, 10, 11, and that's done at 12. Nice work. Okay, our second exercise is to do back flies and tricep kickbacks. I'm gonna go with a lighter weight for my first set of these, and I'll decide from there if I wanna go heavier on the next round. So let's think lightweight, and I wanna challenge your balance, getting you into this split stance or lunge stance. Put your left foot in front, and then let's see if you can get on the ball of that back foot. And if that doesn't work for your toes, put the back foot on that 45-degree angle, okay? But you're a little bit unstable here on your line. We hinge at the hips, long spine, hands are in front of the left shin, back fly. So we practice this. Get the right position for your arms. Move slow. Pause it here. 3. And ask yourself, could I hold a pencil right between my shoulder blades? 5. Awesome. Really sticking the chest out good. 6. Do you have a big bend in the elbow, 7, or are your arms straighter? Everybody's flies look a little different, and that's okay. 10, let's keep going. 11, I'm actually I say let's do 15 of these. 12, unless you're really tired and you need to stop there. 13, let's do a few more. 14, and 15. Okay, lunge stance on the other leg, putting the right leg forward. Can you be up on the toes of that back foot? Start tall, feel yourself hinge, long spine. Pull the elbows back. You're in a back row position, you're holding. Now we kick the hands straight back. Bring the arm back to this point, 90-degree angle. Kick back. That upper arm shouldn't move. 3, good. And we're all kicking back in neutral. 4, 5. Let's at 10, 6, switch our grip to that supinated. 7, that internal rotation. 8, good. 9, just to feel the triceps a bit different. 10, okay, so for the last 5, internally rotate your palms so the palms are up to the ceiling. 1, and we'll come back to neutral, and we'll rotate back palms. 2, 3, keep your back nice and long. We don't want rainbow spines. 4, and 15 of those. Beautiful. Put that down. Hey, give your arms a little shake out. We're going into a one-arm shoulder press, so it's working your shoulder, but you do also use tricep there. So we've just worked those. We'll give them a moment to recover. The exercise we're going to go into next is this wide stance. We load one leg, we load one arm, and as we come out of the leg, we pop the arm. And you can use a little power from your leg to get the weight up. So I encourage you to lift heavy. Okay, I encourage you to take your shoulder press and lift heavy if you feel safe doing that. We only have one weight, wide stance. I'm going to be bending into my right leg and driving my press with my right arm, okay? You can press neutral, you could be open, but I'll tell you, I think you're going to feel a lot stronger neutral. Okay, let's load this leg, and as you come out of your leg, boom, pop the arm. Good, repeat. 2, breathe. 3, now when you're loading this leg, is your bum going back? Send your bum back. 4, your heel is heavy. 5, good, your knees tracking with your toes. 6, 7, exhale on exertion. 8, good. 9, let's go to 12. Let's go 2 more. 11, good job. Woo, Debbie, that's a heavy one there. Okay, 12. We switch sides. We get that arm ready. Sink into the heel, bum pushes back, power it up. You got it. Are you in wide stance? 2. Should have a nice stretch in the other leg if you're in wide stance. 3. Good. 4. 5. Love it. 6. 7. Pushing yourself here on that shoulder press. 8. 9. Should be getting a good heart rate out of it. 10. And 2 more. Drive it up. And 12. Nice work. Okay. That was fun. Now we're going to go to our plank on the chair. So my chair does not have a cushioned seat. If you have a towel or something for your elbows, go ahead and put that on your chair. If you want a little bit more of a challenge in plank, you could use your ball here. Okay, so I want everyone to decide. We're going to do 12 hip lifts. So when you get into this position, we're gonna go hips up, hips to straight. Hips up, hips to straight. And that can be done on your ball or on the chair. Let's all get the elbows underneath the shoulders. Let's get set up. We are officially in our plank position. And now take your hips up a little, bring them back to straight. 1, up, 2, up, 3. As you lift your hips up, you hold. 4, come down. 5, come down. 6, good. When you drop down, don't slope though. 7, 8, come down just to the straight. 9, 10, you're on your elbows, 1 more. And 12 little hip lifts in plank. All right, nice work. Moving that aside, let's come back to the chair. We have chair squats, and if you felt like that first set could have been a little bit heavier, let's increase the weight that we are holding tapped at the chest. Pushing yourself. Let's get strong. All right, we load up our heels nicely. We have 12. I'm doing my first 6 on 2 legs. 1, okay. Push your hips forward, squeeze your bum. 2, on your knees, tracking with your second toe. 3, if we're being real picky. 4, 5, and 6. Do you want to try a variation of single leg? 1, 2, good. Just make sure that the heel is planted. 3, and you're locking your gaze for balance. 4, 5, and that's 12 total. Okay, now we do chair taps. So come up, step away from your chair just a bit. Where is it? Stick your bum way back with a light tap and up. 1, light tap to up. 2, hips forward. 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are not putting the weight on the chair. 7, tap. 8, 9, 10, almost there. 11 and 12. Very good. Okay, now we have flies and kickbacks. I feel like I could go a little bit heavier, not a lot heavier. I love an 8-pound dumbbell. It's right in the middle. Do you want to go heavier for your flies and your kickbacks? Let's think about that. Let's put the right leg forward. And we're going to go onto the toes of the back foot if possible, or take it at an angle. So I'm on my left toes here. Body's tall, body hinges, and we go fly. 1, and we do it slow. 2, nice exhale right at the top. 3, 4, come down slowly with the arms. 5, 6, beautiful flies. 7, nobody's cranked up in the neck. 8, I see you stick out your chest. 9, you take a little pause. 10, 11, if you went heavier and it's super heavy, 12, you could be done at 12. If you want 15, let's keep going. 14, and that's done. Nice work. Okay, we put the other leg forward. You should be feeling some good work on that forward leg too. We're in a lunge. Okay, can you get on the toe of the back leg? Can you start tall, then lean in? Okay, so for the kickback, pull the elbows, hold that position. Let's go straight back in neutral. 1 and 2. Good. Hold it there long enough to contract the tris. 3, Feel that magic. 4, 5. When you bring it down with control. 6, sometimes people just swing here. 7, you see them swinging their arms. 8, no swinging. 9, and 10. Okay, let's internally rotate palms up to the ceiling. 1, back to neutral here. Internally rotate. 2, good, keep your chest sticking out. 3, should be hard. 14, and last one. There it is. Okay, well, that's good. Take one arm across the chest. Let's get a little stretch here. I have my right arm across the chest, and then I'm gonna lean my body over to the left. I get a nice little stretch here in the back of the shoulder. So you do that. We give our triceps a bit of a rest here before we go into a heavy one arm shoulder press. Other side, left arm across the body, lean over to the right. Try to feel the back of the shoulder. Okay. Now, as we come into our second round of this, can you take your feet a little bit wider apart? Okay, can we really get into the hips here and the inner thighs? And you know you're nice and wide if your wrists and your ankles are in a line. And because we're lunging into the legs, maybe the toes out is most natural for the knee to stay tracked. Okay, so you've got one arm loaded, any arm. Neutral, open, or somewhere in the middle. You listen to your body. We load the leg, power out of the leg, and send it into the press. You got it. 2, a little explosiveness in that arm. 3, 4, 5, send your bum back. 6, think back, back, back. 7, so we can really use the glute. 8, 9, 10, get 2 more. Push in the weight. And 12. Okay, nice work. Set it up on the other side. Choose your position. Look at your knee and your foot. Make sure this first one's in a perfect line. Bum back and push. 1, 2, good. And everyone's range of motion is different. 3, if you've got the ability to sink in there and it feels okay for you, do it. And if it doesn't, 5, you gotta respect the range of motion you have. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more. You got it. Arms straight, bicep right by the ear. Last one. Done. Okay. Moving to, back to, where did I put that cushion? Our plank. And this time, I want you to do knee driving, okay? So instead of our hips coming up and down, you're pulling a knee in, and also think as the knee comes in, comes up. So my knee comes in and then I try to get my thigh to touch my stomach. The knee in and up gives you a really good squeeze in your belly. This is very hard on a ball because you're one-legged. So you decide, am I using my chair or my ball? Let's go 12 knee ins. So we go in, up, send it back, in, up, 2, in, up, 3, in, up, 4, keep going, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, and that's 12. Can you guys still hear me? You do a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, good. I had a little noise happen there. Okay. Okay. Now we move along because we are running out of time. I want to do a chest press and a chest fly. So we're going to do one set of each kind. You can do this lying on a bench or a ball or the floor, okay? The first exercise we'll do press. This is strong because you think, how much weight are you lifting when you do push-ups? So don't go too light. And on the ball, it looks like this. Your head and shoulders are supported. Your body is the bench. Squeeze your bum, be strong. This is bend your elbows, drop them down, push your arms up, touch together. I want everyone to start their chest press as soon as you're ready and count your own reps. And depending on the weight you're using, do anywhere from 10 to 15. I'm gonna look at the screen because I wanna see what you look like with your form. Weird stuff happening with my little ear potties today. Okay, what is everyone doing? Don't do the fly, do the press. So put your knuckles forward, Shelly. Have your wrists facing forward. Yep, and leave them that way the whole time. When we go to the fly, then the wrists face. But let's, for this first set, just master the perfect press. And same thing, Betty Jean. Make your, unless it's for your shoulder health, yeah. So if you can have your wrist forward, do your press with your wrist forward, yeah. Touch over top, open up at the bottom. And you know you've opened up enough if that dumbbell comes down beside your chest. Okay. If you're on a ball and you've already finished, do a few crunches. Hit up a few ab crunches. And everyone else, I've still got lots of people here. What is that noise? Are you guys hearing that noise? There's something happening with my earpods, and I am getting sound into them. I'm going to, okay. Can you still hear me? Yeah, okay. All right. We're gonna go right into, after those crunches, we're gonna go right into, I have barking and talking in my earpods. Chest flies is what we're gonna do next. So set up on the ball and go into a set of flies. And I'm gonna figure out what is going on here. Oh man. It's okay with you guys. It's really upsetting when this happens and I'm teaching yoga. Okay. So chest flies, 12 to 15. If you're watching this on the camera, I'm very sorry. Same thing, you're either on your floor or you're on the ball and you're flying your arms exactly the way you did with the back flies. Okay, count 12 to 15 reps. If you finish before everyone else, go right into a second set of crunches. Good, and if you are on the ball, make sure your head is supported. Make sure your head is on the ball and that your hips are still pushing up, nice and strong. Good, and if you're on the floor, as soon as the back of the arm touches the carpet, you bring your arms back up. Perfect. Good, Debbie's done. Go right into some more crunches. Debbie, if you can get in 10 good, strong crunches. Awesome. Okay, and I like doing a set of chest fly and a set of chest press so that you clearly know the difference between the two movements. And oftentimes you can't fly what you press with that exercise. So when you're doing these on your own, always go a little heavier with that chest press. Okay, if you are on the ball, we're gonna take it to the mat now. So anyone on the ball, if you've finished up your second set of crunches, let's come down onto the mat. Keep a 10-pound dumbbell with you if you have it. today. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm not using the AirPods because they're haunted. Something's happening. Hopefully you can still hear me okay. We're gonna come onto the back. We're gonna place a little bit of weight across the hips, and we're gonna work on single leg hip lifting to finish off. Okay, so this is a fabulous exercise. We're gonna go 10. We'll come up and we'll come down. And we'll repeat the same leg, 2. And you are just feeling that glute squeeze, 3, 4, and maybe even feeling this into the low back, 5, 6, 7, good. Let's go to 10, 8, 9, good. Hold that other leg nice and strong and straight, and 10. Okay, we switch. Leg out, heel drives. 1, 2, good. As soon as the hips come up as high as possible, 3, hold it there, contract, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice work. Okay, take your dumbbell, just put it beside you. We're gonna go 2-leg hip lift, but we're gonna send the feet a little bit further away. So instead of having the ankles under the knees, push them out here. Tuck the shoulder blades under the back, arms are at your sides, palms up. Lift your hips up and just hold. Okay, and as you're here holding, I want you to take note of, do you feel the low back working? Good job. Feet are about hip width apart. You're good and heavy in the heels. Stay here lifting. We're gonna hold for about 30 seconds. Think about tucking your bum under and then really sending the hip bones to the ceiling. And if you feel like the knees flare out here, draw them in, lift up higher. Let's just hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come down. Okay. Hug your knees in towards your belly. Give yourself a rock from side to side. So I want to get in one more set of the single leg hip lift. If you've got time for that, let's get in one more set there, and then be confident that we have worked every muscle in your body today. And you're good. You're set for the day. Okay, weighted if that's okay, right across the hips. Pick a leg, any leg. Heel down, the other leg is trying to be straight. Let's do 10. 1, 2. As soon as the low back comes down, boom, lift it back up. 3, 4, good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more, as high as you can, as strong as you can. 10. Bring it down. Good. Setting up the other leg, same thing. Drive through that heel and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to keep the hips nice and even. 5. I know it's hard to. 6, 7, 8. Feel a lot of inner thigh with this. And one more for 10. Okay, we'll do our 2-legged hold. I'm going to make it a little more challenging. You can opt to do this or not. If you go body straight, okay, heels down, hands down, can you pick your body up here off the floor in a straight line, not bending the knee? Now it's an option to be here, or if that's too much, stay where we were on the last one. I'm going to let you decide. But we are up and we are holding. And I'm just looking at my clock here. We're going to hold for about 30 seconds. Okay? If you're in this straight leg variation, toes are to the ceiling, heels are pushing straight down, legs are straight, butt is squeezed and lifted. The whole back of the body is fired. I even push the palms down and squeeze out the backs of the arms here. Okay, hang tight with me, everybody. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, windshield wiper your thighs. So feet are flat, feet are wide. You're done. You made it. Nice work. Well, take a stretch. So if I lose you, take figure 4 stretch today. Spend some time in the hip before getting up off the floor. Okay, we'll cross a foot over the knee. And we'll hold here. Close the eyes. Take a good deep breath. Relax. I always go to that right hip first because it's more flexible. If you've got one side way tighter, spend a little longer on it. Don't rush out of it. And try to keep your head down on the mat when you're here. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. Don't rush your stretch. Take your time. We'll move that to the other side. Another really great area to hit is that wide angle, seated wide angle for the inner thighs and hamstrings. So when you're finished here and you sit up, sit in wide angle. Prop up on the arms and see if you can sit tall in wide angle. Okay. All right, so that was beauty in the hip. When you go to sit up, maybe you can roll up off the floor, nice and strong. And then we're gonna come into this seated wide angle position, tall, using the arms if you need them. Toes up. And if that's not super tight, maybe come forward. Breathe, relax. You worked hard today, so enjoy your stretch. All right. Coming up off the floor, let's come up off the floor through downward dog today. So we'll send the legs back. We'll get the hips high and reach the heels down. A little more hamstring stretch here. Looking through your feet, and then let's push back to the ragdoll. So we'll use the arms and push ourselves back. Keep softness in your knees, shake your head out. And your stomach is supported on your thighs. And then pulling in the abdominal muscles, let's roll up. All the way up. Nice job. And we'll open the chest at the top. Lift those arms up off your back. Take your head from side to side. And then give yourself a hand. You're done.